Welcome back. Now let's try adding code that will allow our player to collect the presents or the projectiles. Each time the player collects a present, the score will increase by 1 point. The present or the projectile will be destroyed. And let's level it up by adding in a visual effect and a sound effect. Let's get started. The first block we need to add to our editor workspace is in Sprites. Select the On Sprite of Kind Player Overlaps Other Sprite of Kind Player block. Now we're going to change the last player to Projectile. Next, let's go back to Sprites and select Destroy My Sprite. And we will add that block inside the On Sprite Overlaps Other Sprite block. Next, we're going to click on Other Sprite and we're going to drag it and add it here to Destroy. And we can just delete that block there. Now, in the Destroy Other Sprite block, we're going to click on the plus sign and we're going to change spray, and notice that we can select a variety of effects that will occur visually when our player overlaps or collects the present. Let's go with confetti, and we're going to change the effect from 500 milliseconds to 100 milliseconds. And now to test that out. Notice that when my player hits the present, confetti appears. To add a sound effect to accompany this visual effect, we can click on Music and drag the Play a Sound block and just drop it after the Destroy block. And then we can select the sound, as you just heard, that occurs when the player collects the present. And let's not forget to make sure that the score changes. So we're going to go to Info and we're going to grab a change score by 1 and drop it in underneath Play Sound. Let me mute the controller. And we're going to leave it to change score by 1. Remember that this is customizable. You can enter any number in this field. So once again, over to you. Try adding code that will allow your player to collect the present or the projectile that you've created, and to have that projectile be destroyed with some visual effect as well as a sound effect. Don't forget to also add code to ensure that your score changes by 1 point or more when your player collects the projectile. When you're finished, move to the next slide in order to access our final video tutorial.